Hi everyone, my name is Zena Huot. In this video we're going to be talking about the membranes of the thoracic and abdominopelvic cavities. Essentially, both of these cavities have thin doubled layer series of membranes. Those two layers are called the parietal and visceral layer. The parietal layer acts as a lining of a wall for the cavity, whereas the visceral layer covers the organs. There are three serous membranes, which are the pleura, pericardium, and peritoneum. Here in this picture shows the serous membranes that are in the thoracic cavity, and the other side is the serous membranes of the abdominal cavity. So we'll go over what the membranes are in both of these cavities. We'll start by talking about the serous membranes of the thoracic cavities that are around the lungs. Surrounding the lungs are a membrane called pleura. The parietal pleura is an outer layer membrane that lines the wall of the cavities. It's located left and right of the thoracic compartments, which contains the lungs. Here in this picture, it'll show you where the parietal pleura and visceral pleura is located. Now the visceral pleura is an inner layer membrane that covers the surface of the lungs. There's thin serous filled space between the visceral and parietal pleura, and it's called the pleural cavity. Here we'll talk about the serous membrane of the thoracic cavity that's around the heart. Around the heart, it's surrounded by pericardial membrane, which helps keep the heart intact. The parietal pericardium is the outer layer of the pericardial membrane that lines the cavity. Now they have a thicker third layer called the fibrous pericardium. The visceral pericardium, or also known as the epicardium, is the inner layer of the pericardial membrane that covers the surface of the heart. Both of these parietal and visceral pericardium are separated by thin series of fluids called pericardial cavity. Now here we'll talk about the serous membrane of the adminopelvic cavity. In the abdominopelvic cavity, the membranes are called peritoneal. The parietal peritoneum lines the wall of the liver, stomach, and other organs. The visceral peritoneum covers the surface of most of the organs. They also have thin series of fluids between the two membranes, and it's called the peritoneal cavity. And here in this picture, it'll show you where the visceral peritoneum and the parietal peritoneum, also the peritoneal cavity, where they're located. Essentially, that sums up the whole video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.